Okay, so in today's video, we are going to check out this part of the price action in Chainlink's price chart, and overall, I'm going to talk to you about a bearish pattern that I see a lot of people are talking about, and I'm going to then argue why that may not work this time. So that's it. Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're having a great time with your family and loved ones. And first things first, I need to tell you, no matter what is going to happen in Chainlink in the short term, meaning in the next couple of weeks, one way or the other, I am 1000% bullish. Why is that? Well, if you have been watching the previous videos, you definitely know why. You see, in the long term, in Chainlink, I think we just have a fantastic bullish structure. This is from the lowest low in this bull run back in 2021, 5-wave up into a wave 1, and then we are having an ABC, a correction down into wave 2, and after our correction is over, and I do think that it's over already, we're gonna have a huge move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5, and I fully believe that this wave 3 is going to happen in this cycle. This wave 4 odds are is going to be our next bear market, and this is actually for the next bull run coming, I would say probably in about 4 to 6 years. So for now, let's just focus on this wave 3 only, which in it I believe that we are going to at least set an all-time high and take the highest side in here about $55. But I don't think that we are going to stop there. No, I'm thinking we're going to go a bit higher than that. That's why overall in the midterm, meaning again in the next couple of months, I am absolutely bullish on Chainlink. Do I have some more bullish sides? Yes, I do. Let's summon more. Okay, so here's the deal. If you want to argue, for example, in terms of Elliott waves, we are going to have our final bottom somewhere around here. Maybe this is like a very important support. Then, okay, we must be able to find off of the lowest low in this region a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up. This specific example is a normal 5 wave. Rules for are we should not have overlapping of the waves between wave 2 and 4, and in any kind of impulsive structure, our wave 3 should not be the smallest wave, and for subwaves, as you can see, we must have 5 wave up into wave 1, 3, and 5, and for wave 2 and 4, we can have different scenarios, doesn't really matter. Let's say ABC down into wave 2 and a WXY into wave 4. Understood? Okay, let's go on the live chart and see what's happening. So this point, about $4.9 is the lowest low, and what do we have off of it? An extremely clear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, as you can see with all the sub waves, and I just don't believe that 5 waves on the upside do get any more clear than this. In Chainlink's chart, I think we are just having the most clear bullish structure off of the lowest low, which suggests that the bottom is in. Followed by that, the idea is to maybe about here, we are having a corrective movement on the downside, probably I would say some sort of a WXY, and well, okay, also in here, we are having another 1 and a 2, and the current move up is going to be into wave 3, 4, 5. And again, I think we can definitely in this phase set an all-time high and take the highest side around $55. So overall, we are absolutely bullish, but in the short term, the story might be a bit different. Let's go on H1 time frame and see what is going on in here. There we go. So here is the deal. This point is the lowest low, and off of it, I would say probably yes to about this high. I can definitely find a 5 wave up, and then this might be an ABC flat structure, and followed by that in here, I think we can argue this might be another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave on the upside, which makes me say we can have two different scenarios in the short term in Chainlink. Scenario number 1 is going to be the bullish possibility. We can say, look, this is wave 1, this is wave 2, and then we are on our way to have our wave 3 and 4 and 5, and this might be another 1 and a 2, but on a lower degree relative to this 1 and a 2 in here. And after this wave 2 is over, we're going to get big move up into wave 3, 4, 5 in order to complete the sub waves for this larger degree wave 3. This is the bullish possibility. We can also have another scenario, and this is going to be the bearish one, which suggests this is actually an A, B, C zigzag structure and not an impulse off of the lowest low. Now, the question is, how can we say whether this or the previous scenario is going to be in play? Well, all eyes should be, in my opinion, on Chainlink on this important level right in here, about $21.5. Why is that? Because if this move down in the next day or two is going to continue and in it we are going to take this low, okay, at that point I would say there's like a very high chance that we are dealing with an ABC zigzag, and it means from this area our move down is going to continue a bit more, and in it we are likely to take also the lowest low down here about $20 as well, and then we might go a bit lower than that, but followed by that I'm expecting a very strong bounce back, which this move down brings me to the bearish pattern that I talked to you about at the beginning of the video. I see a lot of posts on Twitter that people say, well, okay, in Chainlink we should be definitely careful because we may have in here a head and shoulder structure. This is our left shoulder, followed by that this is our head, and this might be our right shoulder. Now, if according to the second scenario that I told you earlier, we're gonna have a move down and take this low and also this one, then okay, at that point a lot of people are going to say that our head and shoulder got confirmed, because in here we are basically going to break the neckline. Now, I believe we are actually going to get a break of the neckline and maybe do something like this in case of a bearish possibility. However, this pattern is likely to not do its job and send the price down all the way back to these levels. Why is that? Well, let's zoom in more. Okay, here's the thing. A likely target for a head and shoulder structure is going to be the height of the pattern, and let's just measure it starting from the lowest low down here to about the highest side. Okay, let's actually put the chart first on regular scale. There we go. And then we need to put this thing at our breaking point right in here. So if this pattern is going to work, what is the target going to be? Somewhere around $8.5. And that means that in this move down, we are going to clear all these lows. And I just do not believe this is going to be in play for a couple of reasons. Number one, in terms of Elliott waves in Chainlink, I told you earlier, the idea is that this is maybe from here like one, and then this whole move down is going to be a correction for wave two, and then big move up into wave three. Maybe at the moment we are having a correction for four, another move up into wave five, and this scenario is going to get invalidated if we take all these lows, which according to this bearish head and shoulder pattern, we are going to do it. However, again, this seems, in my opinion, very, very unlucky. I'm not going to say it's absolutely impossible. No, anything is possible in these markets and there is no certainty, but I'm willing to bet this pattern is not actually going to do the job and send the price all the way back down here. Do we have some more reasons? Yes. You see, in terms of classic TA, meaning support and resistances, in this move on the upside in Chainlink, we broke a lot of very important resistance areas, and I just have quite a hard time to believe that we're just going to go back under these regions very, very easily. I think this is quite unlikely, and if we are going to take this low, okay, I'm willing to argue that at that point in Chainlink, we're just going to continue this move down and reach to about here between, let's say, $15 to about $17, and then after it we are going to get a very strong bounce back. Nonetheless, I'm having a very hard time believing that we're going to get in Chainlink a very deep move on the downside in order to take all these lows and go to somewhere around $8 region. I think that kind of price might be pretty much gone for now. So let's have our final conclusion and wrap up today's video. In Chainlink, one way or the other, in the midterm, meaning in the next couple of months, we are bullish and there's just nothing to be worried about. But in the short term, if you want to argue that the bottom is in, right in here, I need you to have your eyes on this very important level around $21.5. If we continue this move down and take this low, at that point, we're going to say, you know what, this move down might continue a bit more, and in it, we might also take this low as well. But I want you to remember that when we take this low and do something like this, at that point, a lot of people are going to say that this is going to be a bearish head and shoulder pattern, and the target for it is going to be somewhere around $8. So we're going to have, for example, a 60% move on the downside in Chainlink. However, I don't think that is going to be the case. No, I'm thinking after we take this low, we might reach to about this very important level between $15 to $17. And then after it, I'm going to count on a very strong bounce back. And who knows, maybe in here, if I see the right structures, I will go long. I'm thinking that's actually going to be a great opportunity for me. So I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Chainlink's chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next video, I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and loved ones. Goodbye.